Hi, this is Miss Moses, and I have a very fun activity for us to do together today. So we're going to be doing a theme of the paper bag princess. So first, I'm going to read you the story of the paper bag princess. Then I'm going to teach you how to make a crown, just like my crown. And then I'm going to teach you how to make this really cool cloud dough, which you can use to build sandcastles and some other shapes. So this is what the cloud dough will look like. It's really fun, and you can pour it out onto a tray. So after we listen to the story, we will make the crowns and we will make the special dough. So stick with me until the end of the video. Okay, so we will start by reading The Paper Bag Princess. This story is by Robert Munsch. He's the author. He's the one who wrote all of the words in the story. And it's illustrated by Marchenko. That means that Michael drew all of the illustrations. He drew all of the pictures. The Paper Bag Princess. We read this story at school when we were asking and answering questions. So remember, before we read this story, a lot of you were asking, why is she wearing a paper bag? I know you now know why she's wearing a paper bag. Now we're just reading the story for fun, not to practice asking and answering questions, but you can still do that as we read. A beautiful princess named Elizabeth was going to marry a handsome prince named Ronald. She looks really excited, and I see all these hearts. It looks like she loves Ronald. He doesn't really look like he cares. That's too bad. But a dragon came and burnt up her castle, burnt up her clothes, and carried off Prince Ronald. Oh no, that's why she was wearing a paper bag, because the fire burnt everything down. Elizabeth put on a paper bag that wasn't burnt and followed the dragon to his cave. She looks so mad. I wonder why she's feeling mad. I think she's feeling mad because the dragon burned down her castle and stole away Prince Ronald, who she loves. When she knocked on the door, the dragon said, "Go away! I will eat you tomorrow." Wait, Elizabeth said. Are you a fierce dragon? Oh, yes, said the dragon. I think she's trying to trick him. Can you burn up a forest? Said Elizabeth. The dragon took a deep breath and burned up 50 forests. Rah! Whoa. Can you burn up 100 forests? Said Elizabeth. The dragon tried, but he had no fire left. Wow, she really wore him out. He is exhausted. I bet you could fly around the whole world really fast, said Elizabeth. She's like challenging him. The dragon went around the world in 5 seconds. Wow, do it again, said Elizabeth. The dragon ran around the world, crashed and fell down and went to sleep. All right, so now the dragon's sleeping. Elizabeth shouted, "Hey, dragon!" He didn't wake up. Ronald came out and said, "Elizabeth, you are a mess. You have no shoes. You are wearing a paper bag. Come back and rescue me when you are dressed like a real princess." How dare he? That's not being very kind. She just did all of these things to save him, and he's not grateful. He's being rude to her. Poor Elizabeth. I hope she doesn't put up with that. Elizabeth said, "Ronald, your hair is nice. You look like a prince, but you are a bum. They didn't get married after all." I like that Elizabeth is a strong character. She's strong and she's really brave, and I like that she stands up for herself. I hope you really enjoyed reading that story. That was so fun. This one is a little bit different than the one that we read at school. This is a shorter version because it is a board book. The one that we have at school is a paperback, so it had a couple more words in it. But this one's a nice, short, easy read. Okay, so now that we finished reading our story, so we listened to the story, now I'm going to show you how to make a crown, just like my crown, so you can pretend to be a prince or a princess. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make a crown, just like the crown that I was wearing, to pretend to be either a prince or a princess. Okay, so to make my crown, I need a piece of paper, scissors for the scissor cutting part. If you only have adult scissors in your house, your mom or your dad or your uncle or your grandma or another adult should be using the scissors. Tape, and then crayons, or if you don't have crayons, you can use markers if you have those. Okay, so first, I need to cut my piece of paper in half. I like mine to be nice and even, so first I'm going to fold it to get it nice and even so that both sides will be the same, equal. Then I'm going to cut down the middle, or an adult will cut down the middle. Okay, so now I have 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to tape the 2 pieces of paper together. Whoops. Tape the 2 pieces of paper together. I will put the tape on both sides so it's nice and secure. Okay, next I need to cut the triangles for the top of my crown, or an adult will cut the triangles for the top of your crown. So I'm going to start at this end, and I'm going to do a diagonal in, and then flip, diagonal in. They don't have to be perfect. Diagonal, flip, diagonal. Diagonal, flip, diagonal, diagonal, and diagonal to meet. I don't want to go too deep because then I won't have any space to color. But I also want it to be a pretty good size triangle. So I go all the way across. Okay, and I can just push those to the side. So now I'm going to pick which side of my crown I want to decorate, either this side or this side. I'm only going to decorate one side. Then I can take my crayons, and I think it's the most fun to start by writing your name. So I'm going to write Miss Moses, just like I did on my other crown. I don't really want to go where the crease is, so I'm going to start on here or over here. I'm going to write Miss Moses. Miss Moses. Then I can decorate my crown however I want. So I did some dots, I did some patterns. I did pink, blue, pink, blue. I also did some hearts with patterns. Pink, purple, pink, purple, pink, purple, pink. I really like doing the patterns. So you could do some patterns too. You could also do some stars or different shapes. So I could do some stars. Or maybe I want to do some shapes like blue triangle and then orange triangle, orange triangle, blue triangle, orange triangle, blue triangle. So I will decorate my whole crown. When I'm done decorating my whole crown, I'm going to put the two ends together and put a piece of tape on the two ends. So I'm going to put the two ends together. And then I'm going to put a piece of tape on the two ends so it sticks together like a crown. You should decorate yours more than mine, but I wanted to show you what it looks like all together. That was so much fun making our crowns. Now I'm going to show you how to make the cloud dough, which you can then use to make your own sandcastle. Okay, so I have my flour, my bowl, and an oil. I'm using canola oil, but you could also use vegetable oil, baby oil, or coconut oil, any oil that you have in your house. Okay, so I'm gonna start by putting 2 cups of flour into my bowl. So 2 cups of flour into the bowl. Nice and even. So there's 1 cup. And then we'll get the 2nd cup. Okay. So in the bowl, I have 2 cups of flour. Now I'm going to use my oil. I'm going to get 1/4 cup of oil. So I'm going to pour the oil into the measuring cup. So I have 1/4 cup of oil. Now I'm going to pour that in. Got all the oil. Now I'm going to use my spoon, mix it in, and it's going to form kind of a nice texture. So I'm going to keep mixing. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to using my hands to mix it to get it all together. Now it's forming a nice little moldable dough. So this is what it should look like. Now I'm going to take my cloud dough and dump it onto a tray that I can play on. All right. Oh, this is so much fun. Okay, so I'm thinking about the story that we just read. So I want to build a castle. So I have like a cup that we normally use in the bathroom for mouthwash. And I found a Tupperware container that I'm going to use. So first I'm going to fill up my Tupperware container with my dough. And I can flip it over. Whoa! And then I'm going to fill up my cups with the dough. Oh, it's so fun. It's just like sand. This reminds me of being on the beach. Gonna make, ooh, so fun. And then fill up another cup. Gotta make sure you press it in so it sticks together. Clear a space. All right. Woo! I have my castle. And then I made these little flags to go on top. I can also take down my castle. And some other things I could do with it is I could use cookie cutters. So I have like a square and a circle and a heart cookie cutter. And I can make some different shapes. So again, I'm using it kind of different than a cookie cutter. I'm using it as like a mold, and I'm gonna push it out. Whoa. And then let's do a circle. And then push it out. And then let's do my heart. So I pack it in and then pull it out. The heart didn't totally work. So fun!